Let's start by looking at the experimental article. And if we scroll through here, we find very easily the methods section. One thing that I hope you note is that the methods section has lots of headings. Very short sections, often just a paragraph per section. These could be shorter paragraphs, but overall, it's pretty easy to consume this information in short units. These headings throughout here, which are numbered, are very effective in helping us see the main steps, the main procedures that were done, so that if someone skims through this, just looks at the headings, they have a good sense of what the main methods are. Then the figures are also very well designed. Let me point out this figure down here. First of all, I want you to note the caption. Look how long this caption is, how much information is in it. This is very user-friendly, very reader-friendly, because readers will often just look at the figures, read the caption, and try to understand what was done. These figures are also very good because they have this clear labeling that helps us understand the different procedures, what different parts of this are showing. A key principle for designing figures is to use as little ink as possible. You want to get rid of all non-data ink, any lines, any markings that do not communicate the story of the data. Every mark in the figure should tell us something. Anything that is decorative or is grid lines, background that is not really necessary, interferes with our ability to understand the story that that figure is communicating. This is a very well-designed figure. Everything in here communicates a story. There is no extra. Same with this one. Now, when we include a figure and we include a caption, the caption should stand by itself so that we understand the figure. But we also include extra information in the text. So every figure that is used in the article should also be referenced in the main text. Note how the text here provides additional information to help us understand these figures. The beginning of this paragraph begins with a main point about figure 2A, and we get additional information about both figures. This text walks us through the figures, helps us understand all the steps in them. If we look at figure 3, we also get a very nice caption explaining what these figures are, and notice that everything in the figure is important. It tells us by itself what to look for, what the story is that is being communicated. Note also that in the main text, we refer to the figure and provide additional elaboration here. So this is a very nice, well-written method section with figures that we could just read the figures and the captions and understand the main methods. Likewise, with this design article, the figures really communicate the different steps that the authors took. Figure 1 here, I think, is very effective in providing us an overview of all the different steps. Then if we look at each figure, we can see how this was designed. Again, I want you to note that the captions often have multiple sentences. This is very effective so that we can understand the main point. The authors also refer to every figure in the text itself. So here they refer and explain the figure in the text going into some more detail about what is going on in these figures. We also see throughout here lots of headings and subheadings. We have a high-level heading here in all caps, and then lower-level headings in mixed case as we move throughout here, and then even smaller level headings in a different font, in the Times New Roman font. Again, most of this article is focused on the design, and it goes step by step in chronological order throughout it. So, a well-written method section should have clearly named headings and subheadings that we can just read, skim, and get a sense of the main steps. It should have figures with informative captions. You may use multiple sentences in the captions, and it should follow roughly chronological order.